Namaste and greetings, my beautiful, my powerful, my ancient, my deep, incredible souls. Uh, I have not filmed any videos for a very long time in which I would be talking with you like I would talk to a very, very, very close friend. I used to do it a lot in the past, but lately, such things are happening in my homeland and in my family and in the world and with so many people I know that, being honest with you, talking about something like our soul passes and life meanings, or the subject in which I am considered very knowledgeable as one of those who had written and digged and know a lot of it, subjects of twin flames and inspiration and the voice of your soul. Uh, so many things were happening, just one after the other, one after the other, one after the other, in my family, in my family here, to myself, to my mother, with my children, with my family back home in Odessa, in back home in Ukraine. It's just been endless. Plus, I have been working full time, and I don't know, like I feel like I want to hide somewhere in the basement, cover myself with a thick blanket, and just stay there hiding. But that's not going to change anything. So uh, I need to. Uh, I need to talk about. I want to read to you a piece from this book right here. I told you many times, I don't know why. I feel it has to be done. I just actually made 4 videos on my other channel where there are speakers, Russian, Ukrainian speakers, where I simply opened this book, translating it. I was reading it because it's not available in any other languages as this one. Many of you have written me and have asked me, do I know how to get any other parts? Are there any other parts? No, there are no other parts. The Twin Flame Revelation came in 2013. It says part one. After that, no other parts. Dave and Alexander Blackwell did not publish. I will tell you more. All the website which existed when the book came out in 2013, those website, those pages, there is no information. Everything is deleted, taken out. I believe this is there choice of the author not to continue to give people the information, because unfortunately now more people understand. Back then it was back in 2013 it was much less, but I feel it has to be done. Like, it's crucial. I don't know why, what it is. I have to tell you, I told you many times that there is such a thing which multi-layered information. What does it mean? For example, you read the book once, and many of my readings are multi-layered. What it means, you listen to it and you will process a certain information and accept and understand certain information. Some of the information will like you will not even notice, and I'm sure you are familiar with it. Then you read a book second time, after some time you notice things you haven't noticed before. This is very true about my favorite, I already told you many times, my favorite, Journey of Souls by Michael Newton and Destiny of Souls by Michael Newton. This is the same thing. I haven't taken this book into my hand for a couple of years, but the most unbelievable thing, look at the colors. This is mine, this is his. Mine, of course, is much thicker. But the craziest and most hard to believe thing is that Zaven Alexander Blackwell is a master in psychology, practiced 20 years in psychology. We are from different continents. We are from different cultures. We are from different everything and anything. But this book, I got into my hand after I have written mine. Not this one. This is translated, but the first version of it in Russian, which came in 2019, but I started writing it much before that. It was in my hands, and I read it already after I have finished mine. And how, when I started reading it, and when I was reading it, it has a lot of underlines because this is how I read books. Impossible to explain that we have written so many things, not just similarly, but even in the identical words, means that we are in connected. We are all connected. And I already mentioned, because in this one I added a lot of things. I mentioned already this book in mine, because there are crucial things in my opinion which had to be mentioned in a mine from this one. So I will, I don't know why, but this has to be done. I tell you something, boys and girls, I don't know what's going to happen. We literally are in such strange times. I mean, I don't know what's going to be tomorrow. I don't know what's going to be the day after tomorrow. Will I be able to say something or not? What's going to be, what's not going to be? But I feel this has to be done. Of course, Twin Flame Revelation you can find on Amazon just as well as mine. But I need to read you the speech of Sunville. Sunville and Ethereal are twin flames. And if you want, of course, you can find it and you can read it yourself. But I will read you only a part of it. Of course, it's taken out of context. And I want you to listen it with your heart, because there is something crucial happening. I guess our planet needs more light in hearts. Please do not underestimate the power of the light of your hearts. You constantly keep on forgetting and underestimating your powers of your ancient souls. You keep on forgetting who you are, what you are. You have been always, you are, you will always be. And this is what has to be remembered. And I'm going to read it, and you can find it yourself in full power. It's a beautiful, beautiful book. You know, this is so many things I wish I needed to read you. Under this video, because I have put, there is not an easy way this book is written, the Twin Flame Revelation. I have taken the most important pieces from different pages. I put it all together, and I remember it took me 14 hours. I don't know why I decided to calculate, like I didn't sleep through the whole night. The most important pieces I put together into one piece, and I have read that one piece in the video, which is called The Sacred Truths of Twin Flames. I will link, if you didn't see it, I will link it under this video in the description box. I'm asked very often why I avoid saying the words twin flame. I avoid this subject because too many people are using this subject and not in a manner it's supposed to. The information is twisted, misused. I can give you the mission of twin flames in one word. Please hear me. Who needs, they will hear. Who needs to hear me will hear me. Because there is someone out of there who is listening, who needs to hear will hear. If there is one word about twin flame mission, that would be one word, what you must do. It's the word inspiration. Inspiration. You inspire that one you consider your soulmate, your twin flame, whoever it is, and you inspire others. And inspiration, of course, doesn't come from acting as a victim. You can inspire only by shining. Don't underestimate the power of your shine. Don't underestimate the uniqueness and your own incredible gift you have in you. Each one has a spark of God. Okay, I will read the speech, and then if I have time left, I will. No, I actually will start before that. And you can read the whole thing after that. Tell me, Sunville, asked the master, what do you make of the vision that you had in your heart last night? Sunville and Ethereal were amazed at the penetrative skills of the master's insight. They both felt like an open book in his presence. I am not sure what to make of it, master, but it seemed to me that we came from the same place and that we had joined again, he said. Exactly, said Master Tuckman too, leaning forward in delight. You are what are known in the scriptures as twin flames, born of the same aspect of source before it began its journey into form. Think of a fire that you might sit around at night. What happens if you throw a log into the flames? It produces sparks and embers, said Sunville. Sunville is a man, divine masculine. Ethereal is divine feminine, a girl, a woman. Yes, said the master, exactly. A veritable cloud of sparks erupts from the fire and travels away outward. The one fire represents source or God, and the sparks, the many souls that are sent forth from God to explore physical form. Notice that they are a perfect, though much smaller, replica of the original fire. Yes, said Sunville and Ethereal. Now let's imagine we took one of those sparks and split it into two, continued the master. And let's imagine that one of the split parts is mostly female with just a tiny bit of the masculine inside it, and that the other part is masculine with just a tiny bit of the feminine inside. In this way, each part can journey on its own as a complete unit, but were each part to come back together again, they would be a perfect complement to each other, an energetic perfect match. This is what had happened in your case. Your souls have each journeyed far and have now found each other. This is not because Source wants you to have a romantic interlude. No, it is because Source seeks unification and your path, the path that you are about to walk, is all about unification of drawing all that can be back to God or the source. If we take the fire again, imagine if we had an exhaust fan that sucked all of those sparks back to the original point of origin, but as they got closer, they all joined together again before merging completely as one with the fire. That, my dear brother and sister, is not only your task, but the task of many such as yourselves who have been called, who are always called at the end of the universal cycle, such as the one we are in now. The path of the twin flames can be extremely challenging, but if you always honor source, if you will find your way home, and you will always know what to do, including helping others find their way home by your example. Sunville and Ethereal sat quietly, taking it all in. The master gave them a thick ancient scripture to read called The Sacred Path of the Twin Flames, a reunion. This became their holy reference book over the next 6 months, and with dedicated meditation, study, and surrender to the process, the two young adults made great progress, remembered much, and emerged transformed. Collective consciousness has grown darker still with fear this past months. The people are torn between wanting to help others and their own needs for survival. Many, perhaps most, believe that if they open the door to the others, refugees, not only will their way of life be changed, but there might not be enough food to feed everyone. In short, they feel that it is better that the refugees die rather than they. So Sunville is a politician which has to use the combined energy of himself, his own, and his twin flame Ethereal to turn the hearts of the people to the right way in opening the door to the refugees and helping them. The people don't need an economic solution, which is all the other parties will be offering, replied the master. People need a moral solution. In their hearts, they want to do the right thing and help their paschats, is the refugees. They just need someone with the courage to show them how to open their heart. However, if the people continue on their present path and fail to move out of their fear-based minds and into their love-based hearts, much will be lost. The graduation of souls will be small, and the cycle of suffering will have to begin all over again. No one will escape the transformation, but how one experiences it can be alerted. Is there enough time, Master? Asked Sunvale. The Master replied, unknown. If the combined energies of you and Ethereal, your twin flame, as well as the other twin flames who are in energetic union with you both, here and on the higher planes, can remain focused and hold the energy of unity, consciousness, and unconditional love, then yes, there is enough time for love always find the way. Ethereal, Master addresses to the girl, your role is vital. As the energetic magnet that is attuned to Sunvale, your twin, the vastness of your love will draw forth the unlimited love from Sunvale. It is this love that he must transmit to this world by his thoughts, his words, and his actions. You see here, she inspires him. He talks and acts. She, with her fire, Her heart and her inspiration gives him the courage to speak and to act. Woman inspires, man acts. The master then offered one last piece of advice. Be the love that you are, and that love, that magic can shift this world. No matter what happens, love everyone in the same manner and to the same unlimited magnitude that you love each other. Forget your ego and its petty needs. Transcend the doubts of your mind and hold the safety of the souls of this planet in the heart space of your combined hearts. If we are serious about dreaming our awakening into being and creating a peaceful, loving planet in which the heart, spirit, and soul are the only true leaders, we must continue to keep our focus on thoughts of unity and all that truly brings us together. Diane Hall, Earth author, circa the year of 2000. Okay, there are many things I can, again, this is repeated. The people do not need a financial solution. They need a moral solution. It is their souls and not their bank accounts that are in need of rescuing. The events that are upon us now, this very moment, are shaping the evolution of your soul. Take care of your life and not your soul, and you live an empty life, a life of death. Take care of your soul and honor and respect its guidance, and you live a life of abundance and joy. Listen up, I say, for I feel in the depth of my being that the liberation of your souls may depend on what you do with what you are listening right now. I tell you this, for every man or woman or child that you sent to the grave through inaction of your turning away, you send one of your fellow children or those you hold dear to a similar fate. For their fate shall be our fate, and our fate shall be theirs. How can this be, you say? The powerful law of cause and effect applies, and this law demands that the cause of one action shall result in an action of identical energy. The scale of life will always balance. Now, some of you have gifts of dreams and prophecy. Some of you have seen the future in both its glory and its tragedy. This is possible because both timelines of potentially presently exist. Which one we take is up to you. Yet no matter which way you look at it, we are all in this together. It doesn't matter if you are rich or poor, have a position of power, or look after the homeless. Your soul cares not for such matters, but as a prisoner in your temple of fear. Your soul not only remains chained and bound, but it remains to be a witness of your crimes. When you one day die and the moment of judgment comes to pass, who will be your judge? Do you know this vital piece of information? I will tell you this. It will be your soul, the very same prisoner kept captive in the dungeon of your mind by the tyrant called ego. What can you do? I hear you say, make peace with your soul. Do not believe me, but do listen to your heart. Find that quiet, still place within and ask the heart question, and then listen for the wise answers. Trust this alone and nobody else, for we live in a strange time where truth is called a lie and lies are called the truth. Where has your courage gone? Oh, people, where has your courage gone? Who amongst you did not stand up against the Draconians in the Orion Wars? Who amongst you did not tell or heard told the stories of our brave and courageous brothers as they liberated the Pashat and Pleiadian souls trapped above the distant planet Earth so many centuries ago? Is it the most magnificent being that you would close the door to? Well, in doing so, you close all door to salvation for yourself. Ask yourself every single day, brothers and sisters, what would love do? What would love do? What would love do in this situation? If this doesn't bring you the answer, perhaps consider that you have just been given a diagnosis of death with only 4 weeks left to live. Knowing that you'd be gone in 4 weeks, imagine yourself voting and then ask yourself, with what I about to do today, am I happy and am I honoring and achieving all that I have come here to do? Do not take this question lightly, and if your answer is no, and if you are not happy with what you are about to do, then challenge your decision, change your behavior, and listen to your soul. Listen to your soul. I tell you this, there is but one emotion, and that emotion is love. All fear and anxiety, jealousy and hate comes from the lie. Yes, lie that you cannot be separated from love. That somehow love can abandon you, just as you think to abandon the others in need. The only way that love can abandon you is if you believe the lie that you are a separate being and that resources are scarce, something you need to control and not share. Love knows no boundaries. Love knows no boundaries. Who amongst you has not gone beyond your fear to help a sick child or family member? I am your family. The person next to you is your family. And the 1.2 billion Pashats of Leonora are your family. They are sitting there in the darkness of despair and awaiting your extended hand of hope. Reach out to them and tell them, in the name of love, you will throw open your doors and hold them like the precious family that they are. I will speak again. I will speak more of love, and with your support we will find a way to save others. And in doing so, we will save ourselves. When you save someone, you save yourself. When you save someone, you save yourselves. There were stunned silence at first, and then the crowds watching the wall began to clap. Softly at first, and then turning to see others clapping, and clapping became louder and louder. Eventually it became like a roar, as if the combined souls had joined in. What would love do? What would love do? What would love do? came the chant from the ground. I was rephrasing. It is impossible to believe that I have been saying same things for years, but I would say, what would your soul do? What would your soul do? Ask your soul, what would my soul do? What would my soul want? Every 26,000 years, a pulse of powerful energy sweeps through the universe, touching all of the galaxies, solar systems, and planets. Great changes always occur around this time, such as transformation. Death is an illusion. Energy can never be destroyed, only transforms. You can find this book, of course, on Amazon. You can find mine there. Or you can look inside of your own hearts and either ask with my words, what would my soul want, what would my soul do? Or with the word of David Alexander Blackwell, what would love do? I considered it was important to share it with you today. I don't know why, but this is what I felt. I am wishing you to be able to hear your soul above the voice of your fear. I am wishing you make your choices based not on fear, but based only on your own soul voice. Hear it. Namaste.